Right, okay. So in the last class we discussed about the patching, guys, how to apply the patching, what are the types of patchings, what are the precautions of patchings, okay, and how to download the patch file, how to copy the patch file to the server, how to open the patch files, how to select the instances while patching the SQL server, and in case if we have multiple instances, how to select it, how to unselect it, okay, and challenges of patching and all we discussed in the last class, guys, okay. So today we'll discuss about the removing patching, how to remove the patching, okay. In case of patching issues, where to check and all we'll discuss, right. So if you see here, okay, so I'm just connecting to the server, guys. So generally we discussed how to patch the SQL server in the last class, right? But in some scenarios, we have to remove the patching also. Okay, in some scenarios, not every scenario, in some scenarios, we have to remove the patching. So in what scenario we have to remove the patching? What are the options are there to remove the patching? And before removing the patching, what kind of precautions we will take? We'll discuss all these things. Everyone? 1 minute, guys. Right, okay. So in what scenarios we are going to remove the patch, okay. So before removing the patch, what kind of precautions we have to take, all these things we'll discuss, guys, okay. So generally 99.99% we don't remove the patch, we don't encourage to remove the patch, okay. So first we'll try to troubleshoot in case of any issues and all. So what is the need of removing the patch? That is the first question. What is the need of removing the patch? In what scenarios will remove the patch? Can anyone tell me? Any idea why we have to remove the patch?
When
If the patch
patching is
was
partially installed.
Sorry?
When patching is partially installed.
Partially installed. Very nice, very nice. When patching is partially installed, then yes, we have to remove it. Next. Next.
if some of the components are not installed, like some of the options might be not working. So in that case, we reinstall.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Close it to the answer. Next, any other scenarios? Any other scenarios?
Maybe after installing the patching, right? So the downtime will not come to like that.
Servers won't be up and running. Okay,
Yeah.
possibility is there. Yes, correct. That is also one correct answer. Next.
Compatibility issues.
Very good. Compatibility issues. Okay. So this is the big thing, guys. Yes. Any other things are there? Right. Okay. Chalo. So let's discuss about this now. Okay. So we discussed about lot of things. So mainly compatibility issues, guys. Compatibility issue is one reason. Second reason is partially successful. Okay. If the last patch is partially successful, then we have to remove the old patch. So what is this compatibility issue? Okay, so what is this compatibility? In the beginning of our sessions we discussed, guys, what is compatibility and all. Like I gave you an example, like in your childhood, what are the clothes you are wearing. Okay, the same clothes you cannot wear now. Why? Because the measurements and all, everything will be changed, that you cannot use it. So in the same way, upgrading means earlier the value is 2000, right? 15.0.2000 something, 5 is there, something like that. My application is compatible with the 15.0.2000. That is the measurement. Imagine that is the measurement. Imagine that is the measurement for my application. My application, whatever old application is there, which is compatible with 15.0.2000 only. But when you patched this SQL server, the compatibility level is increased. Right? I am not saying again not every case, very rarely we'll get this kind of issues, very rarely. Okay, not every case, sir. We struggle to get downtime, we struggle to patch the SQL server. Why we have to remove? It's not a day-to-day activity to remove the patch after patching. No, this is one scenario where we have to remove the patch. So 99.99% we don't remove the patch, but there are some scenarios you might face or you might not face. If small servers are there, less number of servers are there, you might not face this issue. So you should know, right, when to remove and all. So the application, whatever application which is running currently, that might be compatible with the old build number 15.0.2000.5. When you patch the SQL server, the level will up. Okay, the level will up. So this will comes under an updated software. This will comes under an updated software. So here your application might not be compatible to the latest software. Got my point, guys? Your application, after patching, your application might not be compatible with the latest software. It can support up to, imagine, I'm just giving example, it can support up to 2000, but now it was changed to 4316.3, which may not compatible with your application. In this scenario, you have to remove the patch. But we don't immediately prefer to remove the patch. We'll ask the application team, hey, do you have any application updates from your side? Why? Because application is nothing but a software. Every software will have an update. Like SQL Server, that application is also a software, right? That application also will have upgrades, right? Updates, right? So we can ask them to update their application. Before removing the patch directly, we'll ask application team, hey application team, do one thing, check whether any updates are there from application side. If any updates are there, you can update your application from your side. If no updates are there, then finally we'll remove the patch. Is it clear, guys, in what scenarios we'll remove? First thing is application compatibility issues. In case after patching, if your application is struggle to connect to the SQL server, it is struggle to establish a connection to the database. In that case, application team will let us know, hey, I'm unable to connect to the SQL server or database after patching. They will check actually this is the homework of application team. If we are asking about SQL Server 2019 CU21, they have to go and check their application side whether the application is compatible with CU21 or not. That's the homework they have to do. Like how we are doing precautions, pre-checks. Application team also do some pre-checks. Okay, database team is trying to update the SQL Server with the CU21. First, whether my application is compatible with CU21 or not, they have to check. It's not like a simple downtime window they are going to provide. They are also have to do some homework. Finally, they have to approve. But sometimes they don't follow this small logic. They will simply give approval. So we'll approve the SQL. We'll patch the SQL server. Then onwards, they'll face issues. So to overcome this, instead of removing the patch, first we'll ask the application team, do you have any updates, so that you can update your application, so that that might compare, that might be equal to the SQL Server new compatibility level, so that we can ask application team. If they said no, this is very old application, no updates are there for this, then you can directly go and remove the patch. That is one case. Second case, as Abhi said, we have to, sometimes what will happen, in the last class we discussed, right? Sometimes if the last patch is partially successful, not all components, only few components are successful, in such scenario also we have to remove the patch. In such scenario also we have to remove the patch. Generally in these two scenarios we have to remove the patch, guys. One is compatibility issues, application team will let us know. Second one is partially unsuccessful or partially successful. In case if it is partially successful, we can came to know. Okay, and again, where to check the patching related errors? In case this is the interview question, my patching is failed, where to check the errors? Where to check the errors?
In the log file.
Summary file. Summary.
Summary.exe file.
Summary.txt.
Yeah. Okay. So your answer should be summary.txt file is one answer. And after summary.txt file, what are the other corners we have?
Log file.
Log.
Log
Error
file.
log.
No, you cannot see in the error log. If installation is failed, where to check?
Summary.txt.
Summary.txt. If you don't find enough information, where you will check? After
Event
summary.txt.
viewer. Event
Event.
viewer.
There also, if you don't find enough information,
Logs also.
which logs? So where I can find the summary.txt file, generally once patching is completed in the window itself, you can see a link to open the summary.txt file. If you close it, then also you can still open, go to your C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, binaries folder 150 folder, which is 2019, 115 means 2019, right? So go to the log folder, here you can see setup bootstrap folder, see setup bootstrap folder, open this, and you can see log folder here, open this, and you can see summary.txt file. If you open this, you can see the last activity. Okay, this is the last activity which is passed. See, what is the requested action? Patching. If you don't find enough information in this summary.txt file, there is one more file called detail.txt. There is one more file called detail.txt. Okay, so you can open this folder, you can compare date and timestamp 23/6, 23/6. Okay, just open the above folder, there you can see detail file, open this detail file, there you can see summary file also, you can see here, see when patching you will get this summary file, the same summary file will be created in the outside of the folder. Okay, the same, both are same only. Okay, you can see 8 a.m 8 a.m, both are created at 8 a.m only, right? If you don't find enough information, you should be able to check in the detail.txt file. Detail.txt file, see how much big file it is. See, can you read the errors from this notepad? See how much file is there, so you cannot easily open it and you cannot see directly. Okay, so what you can do, you can simply check this one. Okay, control F, failed, like this you can use some keywords, or error, like this you can use some keywords. So based on that errors, generally you will get error reporting and all, every output you will get error reporting screen, that's okay. So exception, you can use some common words, exception, failed, error, this kind of some common words you can use, and you can search for the error and all. And when you are using some common words, as you don't get complete information and you cannot read the whole detail.txt file, which is a very big notepad, so if you are able to see anything exception, so for example this is exception now, so you cannot see the error directly here, try checking 5 to 10 lines above, 5 to 10 lines below, to see what went wrong. Okay guys, so this is how you have to check. If you don't find enough information in the summary.txt file, the interviewers are expecting whether you know about detail.txt or not. If you don't find there also, you can use event viewer, where I can see the event viewer, click on the Windows button, just you can type event viewer. Okay, event viewer, viewer, event viewer you can type. Okay, so you will get it. So in the event viewer, again you can see all the information, all the applications information you can see in the event viewer. Okay, so you have to filter the SQL Server event logs. I'll show you how to filter. Okay, in three areas we can see. One is summary.txt, first place, second place is your detail.txt, third place is your event viewer, server event viewer, not your laptop, server event viewer, and then application logs. This is the event viewer, where I can check here. You can expand the Windows logs, you can select application logs, you can see all the logs belongs to every application. You can see lot of applications. There you can see MS SQL Server also. So you can see all the logs. What I'll do, I'll simply filter it. How to filter it? You can use filter current log. I want to see only SQL Server related information. I want to see only SQL Server related information. Critical messages, warnings, information I want to see. Errors also I want to see. And event sources, your event sources are your SQL Server. Okay, go down, which will starts with MS SQL, right? Go to M J K L M M M M MS SQL. You can see MS SQL. Select this and click outside, click OK. Now out of the whole logs, you can see only MS SQL Server related logs you can see here. Information you can skip it, no issues at all. You can, if you want to see only errors, uncheck this information. You can see critical and error and warnings. You can see, click OK. So see, 3 errors are there. Okay, one or more event sessions fail to start. One or like this you can see, as actually these are not patching related errors. Whatever errors are there till now, you can see those errors. That's it. Okay, telemetry X events and all. And you can see on 21st, you can see the date and time here. Date 21 June, 23 June at 7:59. Like this, you can see the information. So in this way, you are able to filter the logs. And here you can see the complete information. Could not open the, okay. Actually, we tried regenerating one error, right? That is the one. Could not open the file. Okay, what is the error? The system cannot find the specified file. Okay, so this is how you can see in all these 3 corners. One is your summary.txt, second one is your detail.txt, third one is your event viewer. Inside event viewer, application logs, and then there you can filter the logs. From there, then onwards, from there you can check, okay, your logs and all, guys. This is how you have to check the patching. See, installation errors, same source, summary.txt, detail.txt, event viewer, application logs. Patchings also same place, summary.txt, detail.txt, application logs, event viewer. Removing the patching also same errors, same places you have to check, summary.txt, detail.txt, event your application logs. Uninstalling SQL Server also same places you have to see in case if your uninstallation is failed, summary.txt, detail.txt, event your application logs. Upgradation of SQL Server also same, summary.txt, detail.txt, event your application logs. For installations of SQL Server, for uninstallations of SQL Server, for patching SQL Server, for removing the patching, for upgradation. For all these 5 tasks, summary.txt and detail.txt and event viewer will be helpful, guys, to track the errors. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Now? Any issue, guys? Right, okay, chalo, let's start. So now let's remove the patch. So we'll try to remove the patch. Okay, so now this is patched with CU21. On direct RTM, I just patched the SQL Server, right? So now on direct RTM, I patched the SQL Server with CU21. So now tell me, guys, if I remove the CU21 update, to which level it will go? CU20 or direct RTM it will go? Tell me.
The previous batch.
RTM.
RTM it will go or CU20 it will go?
RTM.
Guess it, guys. Guess it. Take
RTM,
time.
sir.
No problem. No
RTM.
problem.
RTM.
If you want, you can change the answer also. I'll give you time. Guess it. Are you sure?
Can you be on the question one more time, Mr. Sharon?
Now the SQL Server is patched with the CU21. Okay. So earlier it was RTM. On top of RTM, I patched my SQL Server with the CU21. Now if I remove CU21, to which level it will go? It will go to CU20 or it will go to RTM? Got my question?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me, guys.
CU20.
CU20.
RTM.
RTM. Kai Raja, Kai.
RTM.
RTM.
RTM CU20. So mixed answers are there. So let's see. Okay. So now before doing that, what I'll do, I'll check the same precautions, whatever precautions are there before patching the SQL server, whatever precautions are there before removing the patch, also same kind of precautions. So before that, what I'll do, let's run selected version and let's confirm whether it is showing CU21 or not. Okay, selected version. Alt X. Okay, so you can see RTM CU21. Okay, now you can see RTM CU21. If I remove CU21, let's see to which level it will go. Okay, right. So how to remove, guys? So there is a shortcut, of course. Generally, how you will remove, how you will uninstall any sequels or any software, how you will uninstall, from where you will uninstall.
Drop.
Control panel.
Control panel, right? Very good. Okay, so there is a shortcut for control panel. What is the shortcut, guys? Windows R. What is the shortcut? Windows R.
appwiz.cpl.
Right. Appwiz.cpl. Very good, Nandini. Okay. So appwiz.cpl. Okay, just type it. You can open control panel also. Control panel is a place where you can uninstall the applications, any applications. Okay, so appwiz.cpl is the shortcut. CPL means, can anyone guess what is CPL?
Control panel.
Correct. Okay, so appwiz.cpl is the shortcut, guys. So now you can see all the applications here. Okay, but where I can see my update? Where I can see my update, guys? Where I can see the update? I can see to 2019. I can see some components of 2019, but I cannot see the latest updates CU21. Where I can see?
Install on date is it.
Very good. Okay, you can see here one option called view installed updates. Click on the view installed updates. There you can see hotfix, whatever hotfix is there. See, you can see hotfix 4316. You can compare. Okay, 4316. Okay, 4316, and here also you can see 4316, 4316, 4316. So from where I have to remove, I can see 3 updates. From where I have to remove, guys, exactly? Guess it, from where I have to remove? I have to remove from 3 places or 1 place is enough? If it is enough,
15.0.2000.5.
okay, from here I have to remove, huh? Okay,
4316.
right. So you have to choose this one. Okay, see here, you can see only Microsoft SQL Server 2019. Here you can see browser, here you can see VSS Writer. Those are not main components. This is the main component. If you remove from main component, it will remove from all other components. Got it, guys? You have to remove from main component. Microsoft SQL Server 2019 64-bit is the main component. So let's remove. How to remove? Double click on this. You will get the window again. Okay, so there you can see how to remove. And same option, next remove. Patching means next patch. Remove patching means next remove. That's it. You have to select the instance before removing. Imagine if 2 instances are there, you have to choose from which instance you want to remove. So from that instance you can choose during the window. Okay, setup window. From there you can select the instance, or you can uncheck the instance to skip, and then you can proceed next, and you can choose finally remove option. You can choose, guys. Okay. Right, now you can see before removing also you have to restart the server. Otherwise what will happen, this check will be failed, guys. Let me show you. Okay, if you see show details, a restart computer check will be failed if you don't restart. So all the checks should be passed, or warning also fine. If one check is also failed, you cannot proceed next. What happened? Okay, so go to next. Now this is the place where you can select the instances. Imagine 2 instances are there, 2019 instances, 2 instances are there. You want to remove the patch only from one instance. uncheck the other instance, so that you cannot, no need to remove, it won't be removed from the other instance. Okay, select the, now I want to remove, right? So select the instance. If you don't want to remove, unselect the instance, go to next. Right, okay, you don't see anything, any files are in use, completed task. This is like files are in use, whether in case if any SQL server related files are in use, you can see here. As of now nothing is showing. You can go to next, and finally you can see action is equal to remove patch. Okay, now you can see here action is equal to remove patch, so you can click on remove, so that it is going to be removed. Again, this is also a downtime activity. Why? Because while removing, SQL server will be restarted multiple times. So before removing, take the proper approvals. Once everything is okay, once you got the approvals, then only proceed to remove. If you are doing in the change window, no issues. But if the change window is crossed, you patch the SQL server on Sunday, Monday application team came and they are checking the connections and all, so they are unable to connect to the SQL server. Now you have to remove on Monday, so the patching window is already closed. So again you have to raise one more change request to remove the patch, and once the change is approved, then you can proceed to remove the patch, guys. This is how you have to remove the patch. Once this is successful, I will show you to which level it will go. Okay, after this remove patch is successful, I will show you. Sometimes while remove patch, you will get missing MSA and MSP files errors, guys. Sometimes while removing patch, you will get missing MSA and MSP file. In organization, can we restart the system? Yes, that's what. Before and after patching, you can restart. You cannot shut down, Nandini. You cannot shut down, but restart depends upon the requirements. You can restart it if there is a need. If you have proper downtime, if you have proper change request, then you can restart it, no issues. Okay, yeah, sometimes we don't have permissions to restart, so in that case we'll ask Windows team to restart the server. Yeah, so let's see. So generally while patching the SQL servers, while installing the SQL servers, while removing the patching, while upgrading the SQL servers, while uninstalling the SQL server, whatever things we discussed earlier, same installations and uninstallations of SQL server, patchings and removing patchings of SQL server, upgradations. During all these 5 scenarios, we might get missing MSI and MSP files. We might get missing MSI and MSP files, guys. What is that? Missing MSI and MSP files. So what is this MSI and MSP files? These are binaries, guys. MSI dot MSI dot MSI and dot MSP. The extension is MSI and MSP. MSI means Microsoft installer files. MSP means Microsoft patch files. So sometimes you might get, so what happened exactly, I'll tell you. Okay, so generally in the server, okay, imagine this is the folder. Okay, imagine this is the folder. So when you install the SQL server in this Windows machine, some files will be installed, guys. Some files will be installed. SQL underscore ENU dot msi. Okay, and like this SQL core msi dot msi. Okay, and SQL underscore, no need to remember all these things. Okay, dnu underscore msp. So these kind of files will be there. Okay, these files will be there in the these kind of files. I'm just giving you a reference only. Okay, these kind of files will be there. So when you install SQL Server, automatically these kind of files will be created, guys, in binaries. Okay, so this will be created in the C/Windows installer. You don't see directly with this name, you can see with a different name. Okay, in this folder generally files will be created, right? When you are patching the SQL Server, when you are removing the SQL Server, when you are uninstalling the SQL Server, when you are removing the patching, these files are going to update, guys. These files are going to be update. So sometimes while doing some in-house activities, some maintenance cleanup activities, by mistake these files will be deleted, guys. By mistake, somehow by mistake these files will be deleted. But when you are patching, SQL Server will try to update this file. If this file is not found in this location, you will get missing MSI and MSP files. If it is MSI file, it is missing MSI file. If it is MSP file, it is MSP file, missing MSP file. Got my point, guys? When you install SQL Server itself, it will copy some files. So when you are patching or removing the patching or uninstalling the SQL Server or upgrading the SQL Server, sometimes if any of the files are not found in this folder, immediately your patchings or installations or uninstallations or upgradations will be failed with missing and MS and MSP files errors, guys. How to fix this error? Earlier we used to use some VB scripts, guys. We used to use some VB scripts and all. Earlier we have to copy a big VB script and we have to use that VB script to find out what and all missing files are there. Generally, if it is missing file errors, how you can see that error? I'll show you, guys. Okay, let me show you. Sometimes you will get it. Let's see whether we are able to get. No, we didn't get anything. Okay, so let me show you how the missing file errors will be. Google. It will clearly show, it will clearly tell you, guys, what kind of error it is. Missing MSI and MSP files in SQL Server. Okay, let's go to images. So like this you can see the error, guys. Okay, not sure whether you're able to see properly or not. Okay, so now you see here, 1 minute. Right, if you see here, this is for old version. See, the cached MSI file Windows installer 4313fcf.msi is missing. Its original file is SQL_rs.msi and it was installed for product SQL 2008 R2 SV1 reporting services. So and so server name, so and so location, you can find this file. So if you simply replace that file, guys,